What do you guys?
I want to lean towards Nate. I think Nate can just outwork him, and then you've seen Pettis get pressured and outworked before. I'm not saying anything about Pettis. Like, I think Pettis definitely has the ability to knock him out, maybe to land that shot. You've seen he has knockout power, and he's very good at landing those strikes, especially on the back foot.
But he had that against Wonderboy in the last fight. I mean, and he was, as you said, he was being pressured by him, and it was it's not a pure luck thing, obviously, jumping off the back of the fence with a Superman punch.
And he's dropped a lot of people. He dropped even when he lost against Ferguson, he dropped him though. So there's that. And Nate has been dropped before, but I think
Nate's been dropped a lot. But.
Yeah, but I think Nate can just pressure him, and outwork him and get a win that way. But I think it'll be an interesting fight though.
I'm really looking forward to that one, but I do think that that style of pressure fighter come forward with a good chin, because Nate's got a good chin as well, and Nate knows how to box. He's not gonna. He knows. I think he's going to come in and pressure him, move forward, look like he's going to do a takedown, go for a takedown. Pettis' jiu-jitsu is good, but really, really good. But that come forward, pitter-patter boxing, which hits harder than people think, is, I think, I've got to go with Diaz.
How long has it been since Diaz fought?
About 2 years, 3 years?
Do you think that plays into a factor here, or is his gym, his attitude just like we fight every day sort of thing?
I would imagine from his background that he's been training all the time. He goes in like triathlons and and like they run a jiu-jitsu school, and they've got, they've always got people coming out of there. So I'd imagine that he'd be in shape all the whole time. The other thing is sometimes like having that break, if you can get it, it's good, man, because you don't want to take too much trauma to the head.
No, definitely.
And he's taken a lot. So I think he's probably smart to have taken a bit of time off as well. So...
Well, maybe Diaz then. I mean, just going back to the Wonderboy fight with Pettis, being pressured in that fight, there's always that problem with fighting Wonderboy. There's an enormous amount of problems coming from the feet, all those type of things. Can you go past Diaz knowing his chin? That's the concern, and knowing that it'll keep coming that entire fight.
And he does. Like, Nate is smart. Like, he's covered up. Like, he covers up and keeps coming. What from you? You fought Wonderboy before, and what did you see in that fight with Pettis and Wonderboy?
You just gotta. I think Wonderboy just reached a point where he's just taking a lot of damage. He's not a young guy anymore. Like, not super young, and he's like those Woodley fights. He took a lot of big shots, and
Darren
Till, he took big shots. It's just one of those things.
Oh, another interesting thing about Romero is he didn't make weight in the last 2 fights. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like 186 he'll probably make, but he's getting older. It's not like it's going to get easier to cut weight. Sorry to go off topic. I forgot to mention that. But so you got Pettis?
Yeah, no.
I mean Diaz?
Yeah. Plus, like, I'm biased though. Like, I've always been a huge fan of Diaz. Diaz.
Eli?
I agree with you guys. Do you know what I mean? I think the pressure, I think he'll pepper him, and just that consistent punching and that will get to him. With the knockout that Pettis last got, was it a little bit of Wonderboy was also closing that gap, wasn't he? So it was sort of him coming forward and the punch coming forward. Well, I don't think Diaz has. He's not going to explode forward, and so I don't know. I think he'll pepper him.
And Diaz walks forward.
Yeah,
like this. You have to come around the side.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how Josh Thompson knocked him out with that kick around the side. Yep. But to come flush down the middle, it's hard on Diaz, man. He's like, you know what I mean? And Pettis can do that. He's got really amazing kicks.
And he mixes his punches up really well, Diaz. But do you know what I mean? Goes to the body, goes back up to the body, and he just keeps throwing them. Just that volume, do you know what I mean? He just peppers people with them, and they're just there in your face, annoying, and they just get to you, and you think they're not wearing on you. And then next thing you know,